Hey guys, I'm Boone Myers,
And I'm Lexi Myers.
and we are kind of the faces behind Sweetwater Kennels. And what we are going to try to do today is start our YouTube channel, and we are YouTube novices, so this might
Yeah.
be a little rough,
Little
but
cringy.
a little cringy. But hopefully, you guys bear with us. These videos should get a little bit easier to watch in the future. But we just kind of wanted to give you a backstory and introduction to who we are and why we're starting Sweetwater Kennels,
Yeah.
and kind of go from there so you guys know a little bit more about us and what we're doing with the pups as they grow up.
So Boone and I live in Eastern Iowa. We moved here for my work a couple of years ago, and we both met in college. So at the University of Iowa, go Hawks. We've been together now for 7, 8 years, somewhere in there. We've been married for about a year. So our big 1 year will be in May, and basically it all started when we got cash in college. We went from one dog to two dogs to many dogs who are now kind of spread all across the Midwest. But basically, that's the fun part of what we do. I am a corporate insurance broker. I work with large trucking companies. So when I'm not at home taking pictures and videos of the dogs and putting them on social media, that is what I do. And Boone?
Yeah, so grew up in north central Iowa, grew up on a farm, went to the University of Iowa, like Lexi said, where we met. We had the chance to play Division One football at the University of Iowa, so that was pretty cool. We got cash there. Now we're living in eastern Iowa. I work for a technology company that's actually based out of Norway, so I get to work from home most of the time. So that's really nice, especially when we have the dogs. I can be able to work with them a lot more, and that really is what kind of helped us start Sweetwater Kennels. Is just that
Yeah.
time and freedom to really start this and work with the dogs and videotape and
Yeah.
all the above.
Be present is a really big thing, especially with puppies.
Yeah.
We're both farm kids. I grew up showing cattle across the country and love it. And you raised everything like elk and
Yeah.
cats and chickens and
We had a
goats.
lot.
You had a funny farm. So that's where we both want to end up. We both want to end up back on the farm. I'm sure Cash and Stella will be pumped when we get back on the farm. But a lot of this training, the raising the puppies, it's all going to be down in town. Kind of show you it's accessible. You don't need a ton of land to train a hunting dog. You don't need accessibility to a farm or a bunch of acres to be able to reach your end goal. We got Cash when we were in college, and we lived like right down the street from Kinnick Stadium, and yet we were training a hunting dog. So we want to make all of that kind of same process accessible to you, so that you can kind of adapt to the situation that you're in. So our purpose is basically to raise dogs that are very versatile and have an on and off switch. So we love purpose driven dogs. We like dogs who know how to get out and perform. The problem with that is that sometimes the dogs are so good at what they do, they're so ready to perform a task that they don't know how to chill. They don't know how to be a companion when it comes to just being at home, chilling out on the couch. And so that's what we really wanted to strive for. That's what we got when we got Cash. We couldn't believe how quickly he could flip the switch from being just an absolute beast in the field, being one of the best hunting dogs that we've ever come across, and then also walking through the door and just being ready to cuddle, being ready to adapt to whatever situation. He's a gem to travel with. If people come over and dog sit him, he's everybody's favorite dog. And that's what we want to raise. We know it can be really hard. A lot of people don't have the opportunity to have maybe that hunting dog and then the family pet. Maybe they are, constrained to one dog. And so we want to make sure if you get a dog from us that you're not only checking the box on an amazing hunting dog or an amazing service dog, but you know that you're getting a really good dual purpose animal who's going to be the best family pet.
So we understand that this dog is going to be an investment for you guys. It's going to be with you for 10, 12, 14, if you're lucky, maybe even longer years. And there's going to be a lot of life stages, a lot of life changes going on throughout that time. And you're going to want a dog that can adapt with all those life stages and make that easy for you guys. So you want to be doing your research as an owner on the breeder and the genetics the breeder has. If the breeder is going through all the proper steps to, bring those pups along and introduce them and work on those natural instincts to bring out the best aspects of that dog for you guys.
Really, the worst thing you could do is buy a dog from a breeder where it's got great genetics, but on day one you bring that puppy home and you're correcting bad behaviors. And these puppies they're like kids, right? They're so adaptable. They're like a sponge. They will soak up anything that happens around it. They will get used to being able to get away with certain behaviors early on. We know how powerful even getting involved at 3 days old and getting these puppies used to, adapting in their conditions or their surroundings, how big that is. So we want to make sure that we're setting you up for success. We don't want you to have to pick up that puppy and then take it home and go, oh my gosh, we have to correct all these behaviors. We want to make sure that you're picking that puppy up and you're like, wow, this is a great foundation. Now we can, put this puppy in the right direction towards whatever purpose it's going to fulfill, whether that's just being an amazing home dog, being a hunting dog, or being a service dog. So I hope this is the only video that we ever post. It's just us, because let's be honest, it's a lot more fun to watch the dogs. But we want to give you an idea of what to expect from us in the future. So we actually have a litter of puppies due in 2 weeks. So we're going to be doing a whole series on, pre-birth, birth, everything that comes with it, and then really building the puppies out from there. So we'll cover nutrition, we'll cover the mama, we'll cover the whelping pen setup, and then really what are we doing to help prepare these puppies to go home in 8 weeks. After they go home in 8 weeks, we're hoping to do kind of a continuous training session to be able to check in with, right? So you guys can tune in and say, okay, at 10 weeks, this is something we could be introducing to our dog. Obviously, if you've got different purposes for that dog, that's going to change. So we hope to make it a little bit more directed to the 2 paths that a lot of our puppies go into. One being kind of the hunting path and focusing on that. That's obviously where Boone really comes in. That's his bread and butter, so to speak. And then also more of just the family dog obedience, service dog training route. So you can expect a lot of videos, a lot of content, some of it very informative, some of it, to be honest, just really cute puppies, which nobody really complains about.
Yeah. So we wanted to thank you guys for kind of sticking with us through this first YouTube video. I know we didn't hit on every aspect of our lives. If you have any questions, leave us a comment. If there's any videos coming up that you guys have questions about right now, anything training wise, whelping out the puppies, product wise, drop a comment. That'll help us out, give us something to talk about, or kind of fine tune our YouTube videos going forward. But we wanted to thank you and stay tuned. And that's our first video from Sweetwater Kennels.